right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan, brought to you in part by our friends out of Three River Boat and RV Storage. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday morning all across the good old US of A. What's going on, everybody? Hey, I'm not in studio. I'm actually in Kansas. I'll tell you more about that next hour, but we got a lot to talk about here until 9 o'clock on 1350 ESPN. We're running the webcam courtesy of the fine folks at Imperial RV Storage in Ankeny. Thanks to Denise and Zach. So if you're watching us on Facebook Live or if you're listening to us on the radio, we appreciate you as always. So Andrew's manning the controls back at the station. Andrew, what's going on, buddy?
Not much. Having a good one.
Are you? There you go. Are you all done with baseball now?
Almost.
Are you? Well, we got a fun show for you today. We're going to have Jason Mitchell Outdoors on, and we're going to talk a little walleye fishing. And we got a lot of more information to tell you in between now and 9 o'clock, so just hang here with us on 1350 ESPN. The show is brought to you in part by our good friends at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage out in Carlisle. You can get a 12 by 50, that's huge, I say. Spot you can get over there in our good friends at Carlisle. Secure gauge 24/7 access, security cameras, discount for multiple spots. Locally owned and operated. Dick, Danielle, and Tracy will take great care of you. Give them a call at 515-822-1362, and they'll make an appointment for you to come out to pick your spot, and you'll be happy as a clam out there at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage. How about that? All right, so I'm out at Triple H Outfitters. If you look behind me, for everybody watching on Facebook Live, I'm in the locker room. This is where the action starts before we start going out in the morning or evenings deer hunting. This is where we get our game plans together. And that locker all the way in the back there. See that last one? That's usually my locker. So kind of makes me happy at the end of July that I'm in the locker room already, thinking about whitetail hunting this fall. Can't get here fast enough for this guy, I tell you what. So Andrew, do we got Jason on the phone yet?
I believe we're set and ready to roll.
Well, we better head over to the lake and see what Mr. Jason Mitchell is up to this morning. Jason, good morning. We just lost Andrew. Oh, I love live radio. I do. I love live radio. So I'll wait for Andrew to call me back. I believe that's Andrew calling me back right now. Andrew, is that you? What happened?
I don't know. You're on VIP and it just went dead.
Now, did we lose Jason?
Let me get you on. Yeah, I'll try and get him back on here.
Okay.
I'll get you on here in just a couple seconds. Ready?
Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Gary.
All right, so I'll get you on here right away.
All right, that's fine. Early commercial break. 33 days till bear season, Gary says. That's awesome. I like that. What's up, Steve? What's up, Tony? Good to see y'all. Don't you love live radio? We had technical difficulties last time we were in Ohio. I thought we were all ready to go. That's all right. Andrew, we there?
Yep, you're on and ready to go. I'm just getting a guest ready for you.
Okay, all right. So we're ready. We're back live. So anyway, while we're waiting for Andrew to get Jason hooked up, let me say hi to John and Sean Lotz over there in Illinois, Gary Peck in Minnesota, Steve, good to see you, Tony Casey, Steve Hansen. Steve says he's catching walleyes this morning, so that's a good thing. Ralph DiMartino from New York, the DiMartino gang. Ralph, you see I'm in the locker room? Huh? Boy, doesn't that just give you a big old smile, huh? I know Ralph and the gang are anxious to get back down here to Triple H Outfitters in Kansas, that's for sure. So, hey, yep, I'm just sitting here talking with everybody. Good morning, Chris Hall. How you doing, brother? Chris is one of our pure whitetail family. Good to see you. So, anyway, Hilly, I got Ralph said that's got him fired up, seeing the old locker room at Triple H. Hilly and I got a chance to go out last night and do a little scouting, and oh my gosh, did we see some monsters. It was 75 degrees here yesterday afternoon when I got down here. It was just awesome. That's the best I've felt all summer. It was so nice here, and the deer were moving. Hilly and I drove to like 4 or 5 of our favorite spots, and we saw one buck right before dark that I tell you, he was 150 yards away, and we didn't need binoculars to see his rack. That's how big he was. I'm telling you what, that got us pumped up. That was for sure. How was the chicken? The chicken was awesome. I had Connie's famous fried chicken last night for dinner. I put that on Facebook. I'm teasing everybody. Morning, Gary. Good to see you. Dan, good morning up in Alaska. How you doing there, big guy? Yeah. Good night, buddy. Dan said he's going to bed. Andrew, did we get Jason on yet? Andrew?
Yes, well, we have him, but we have to. I fixed it around, but we have to call you on a different line here.
So you need to call me back?
Yeah, that's unfortunately that's the workaround we've made it here.
All right, well, just call me back then. All right,
All right.
I'll be right back, folks.
Put on a little bit of, I guess, some good music here for him in the meantime.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's go.
All right, here goes some smooth music brought to you by Dan here.
Yeah, easy listening Saturday morning music while we reestablish communications. There you go. So I guess you could just call me back on the other line. I'll just switch over, Andrew.
Sounds good.
Okay, just call me back. Morning, Brant. How you doing? Eddie, how you doing up there in Pennsylvania? Good to see you, buddy. It hung up. You know, I get Jason on to talk walleye fishing because he's a pro walleye angler, and of course we would have technical difficulties this morning. I'm bummed out. I was wanting to talk jigging and drop shotting and back trolling and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Coffee?
All right, this is Dan. Are we on the air?
All right, Dan, so I got you here.
Yeah?
All right, let me go ahead and get you on.
Yeah?
Supposedly you are on. All right, so you'll hear the music, and then I'll just pod you up.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, there you go.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Sorry for all the technical difficulties this morning, folks. We're trying. I believe we got Jason on the line. Jason, no pun intended, is that you, buddy?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right, we're connected here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm out in Kansas, and I didn't know we were going to have technical difficulties this morning.
Oh, yeah, you always got to push it to the max, right?
Well,
You don't know until you try.
Jason, if you would have seen what I saw last night, you would have been here too. I saw some of the biggest deer I've ever seen in my life last night.
Really?
Oh,
That's
my.
exciting. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Jason.
time of year, isn't it?
Jason. Besides being a professional walleye angler, he's a bow hunter, so he's all excited now. We saw one, Jason. Now I know they're still in velvet and everything last night, but the temperatures was down to 75 degrees, and I got down here about 4:30, 5 o'clock. So we went out about 7:30, 8 o'clock last night, and we saw 5 shooters. But we saw one, Jason. He was so big that he was probably 150, 200 yards off the road, and we could still see his rack with just our eyes. That's how big he was.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. I always say that. Isn't that something when you can see it there's no doubt in your mind as soon as you see that deer, that's the one.
Yeah, and I threw the binoculars.
No binos,
Yeah, I got the binos on him, and he's pushing 180 or better. He was just a hoss, man.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's like catching a 40-inch walleye, buddy.
Think about, 40-inch walleye doesn't exist, but
Well, you don't know what's swimming. You don't know what's swimming down there. There could be a 40-inch walleye somewhere.
Yeah, but that's like saying there could be a 500-inch whitetail in the wild.
I hope so. I hope so, Jason. I just want to see one.
Yeah, it could be.
You know, me too.
I think if we all put our food plots and get our mineral route, there's no telling, right, Jason?
You never know. You never know.
You know,
Absolutely.
what is the biggest walleye I've caught? I've caught a 30, 31 inch. That's my biggest. What is the biggest walleye I ever caught?
You know, I want to say like 36 inches.
Okay.
You know, so I mean, mid 30s. You know, I mean that kind of gets to the top end. I mean, that gets to be the top end. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what's the longest walleye ever recorded. I'm not sure. You know,
So if you
it's documented.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I just never had anybody ask me that before. You know, I mean, that's a big female for sure, right? And
Oh
yeah, that would be an old fish too, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah. I mean, that'd be a top end fish in a perfect environment at the very end of its life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, one of these days, maybe. What's the biggest one you ever caught?
You know, I had a 34 incher in North Dakota that might have broke the state record. I chose to release the fish, but it was a big fish, the biggest one I've ever had in my hands.
Wow.
But you know, I mean, to put it in perspective, I mean, a 30-inch walleye is a once in a lifetime walleye for most people on most bodies of water. I mean, there's some bodies of water where you can be a really, really good angler and fish a lot and never see a 30-inch fish.
Yeah.
You know, it's a pretty, I guess it'd be like putting it in perspective. It's like, I guess maybe shooting how many Boone and Crockett deer are shot a year? Put that in perspective.
I've been I've been bow hunting 34 years, and I've never shot a booner yet. So I'm still trying.
Yeah. Join the club. Most people haven't. You know, I mean, that puts that animal in perspective. That's a one out of a million animal.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at it that way, you know, statistically, you know, and there's some areas where you could be the best hunter in the world and hunt every day, every season of your life, and never be within 30 miles of a Boone and Crockett deer.
Yeah.
Your entire life, you know. So, you know, some of those animals are pretty special, pretty rare.
Yeah, I've seen some big deer in Iowa the last 20 years. I've seen a 200 incher on the hoof, but I mean, he was 100 and something yards away, but he was on the same property I was hunting, and I don't think anybody ever got him. And I've seen a couple 175, 180. I messed up on a 180 inch deer in Kansas last year on the TV show. He whirled out of my shot right at the last minute, and he's still alive. They've got pictures of him still, but at least I mean that's 33 years of hunting, and that's the first time I had an opportunity on a deer like that. So
yeah,
kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm still trying.
Well, hey, I told you put in for Iowa. You can come and hunt with me. You're more than welcome to.
Oh, I'd love to. I'll do that for sure.
I'd
love to do that.
Because I'm hoping. Yeah, no, go ahead, and it might take you a few years to get drawn, but when you do, let me know and I'll tell you what unit, and you can come and we'll film it on the TV show.
Yeah, that sounds super.
Yeah, because I'm going to get up there. If I couldn't do it this year, I didn't even get to go to Minnesota walleye fishing this year, but I'm going to definitely try to come out there and go fishing with you next year and catch some fish. The last time I caught those big fish I was telling you about, my friend Gary Peck and I went up to Lake of the Woods, and we was up by Oak Island, and and we were catching 20, 28, 29, 30, 31 inch walleye drifting, and I mean it was some of the best fishing I ever done in my life. And I got to tell you, Jason, I mean you're right; those are very far and few between. Because when I go to Minnesota, I'll go to Lake Winnie or Leech or Cass or something like that. If you catch you 20, 24, 25 inch walleye, you're pretty happy.
Oh yeah, yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So what's the fishing been like out where you're at?
You know, overall pretty good. I mean, some days are better than others. Obviously, I mean, we've been, like I've been on Devil's Lake here a lot, and then I just got back from Lake Sakakawea. Lake Sakakawea is probably, I don't know. I mean, it's just peaking. I mean, I've been saying that for a couple of years now, but it's probably one of the hottest fisheries, at least in the Midwest by far. I mean, it's crazy the fishing out there. You look at tournaments, and there's several tournaments where over half the field will have at least a 3-pound average. Or like when we were out there yesterday, we were just wrapping up filming some stuff, and it seemed like, there'd be maybe 10, 15, 20 boats you could see around you in your area. And every time you looked up, at least 3 or 4 of them were netting a walleye. I mean, it's just crazy fishing, And so Sakakawea has been just nuts this summer, in different parts of the lake at different times. And then Devil's Lake's had a pretty good summer. And so, we've had some good walleye fishing here this year.
Yeah, that sounds really good. Hey, can we talk a little bit? Let me say hi to a bunch of people real quick. Brant, good morning. Curtis, good morning. Terry Whitford, how you doing, buddy, down in Missouri? Richard Grimes, good to see you, buddy. Richard's out fishing right now. Trevor, the bearded man, the bearded wonder over on the East Coast, good to see you. Daniel Wheatley, Timmy, good morning. Richard Cron, good morning. Ask Jason for some Leech Lake tips. I'm headed up there in September. Kevin, good morning, Kevin. You got any Leech Lake tips for Richard there, Jace?
Yeah, we fish Leech Lake quite a bit. I really like Leech Lake. It's one of my favorite places over in Minnesota. Big thing with Leech Lake, like in September, a lot of times we'll start catching fish up shallow, catching jigs. And the thing about Leech Lake is definitely fish the wind. Wherever the wind's blowing, fish it. And if there's no wind, fish where the wind blew the day before. Leech Lake is very wind-driven. Any type of green weeds, green cabbage, that's left in September. Good green weeds in September hold fish. You'll find fish in shallow rocks on Leech. And then there'll be some deeper offshore rocks and stuff, too, that hold fish. But fish the wind. You look at a map wherever that wind's blowing in on a point, whether it's, the little hardwoods or duck or whatever it is, fish the points that the wind's blowing.
Okay, that sounds good. Hey, I got to take a real quick break, Jason. When we come back, I want to talk a little bit about, can you give some tips on using slip bobbers for walleye, finding how to use a slip bobber to find the right depth? Can we do that?
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, we'll be back with Jason Mitchell Outdoors right here on the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. You're welcome, Richard.
Do you love hearing that old Tom sound off while you're in the field? Well, then you need to check out a live action decoy.
I'll be right back, guys. Hang on. Enjoy the view.
A live action decoys are one of the most realistic decoy systems you can deploy while you're in the field turkey hunting. Wade and Teresa Goddard start with a Dave Smith gobbler decoy and then apply their patented system that allows you to raise your decoy's tail fan up and down, move it side to side, and even walk that tom up and back while it's on the platform. Live-action decoys are so amazingly lifelike, though, they're going to fool even the weariest old boss tom you got running around your woods. Plus, the good thing is they're made right here in the good old U.S. of A. For more information about a live-action decoys, please check them out on
A deer was like that.
Call them.
I'm just telling you, just big old tines.
Hey, Dan, can you hear me?
I got you, Andrew.
Dan, they're going to help you be more successful in the field this year.
Taping your own hunts is an exciting way to.
Can I hear what?
Fourth Arrow Camera Arms can help you video.
Yeah, I can hear the station.
They're extremely lightweight, durable, and easy to pack. Their patented shoulder system is also very adaptable to any tree or ground line setup. The bases are affordable and easy to set up for various wind
I'm telling you what, I can live here.
Multiple camera arms are
I
available.
can live here and be happy.
Stiff Arm Pro and Stiff Arm Elite. They're made of high quality aluminum or carbon, depending on
all the way down driving yesterday. It's always fun driving down here.
Monopod option. They're quiet and maneuver easily within the blind. All models can handle
I like that lamp.
video and perform quietly in the field.
How about that?
Even custom pick your setups with Fourth
Big
Arrow
old
Camera
bass.
Arms.
See the deer behind me?
To tape your hunts this season, check out FourthArrowCameraArms.com. Outdoor Santa approved for the field for great video action.
We all want the dead broadheads out there. Have you tried a slick trick? Slick tricks are one of the most accurate and deadliest broadheads on the market. No matter which slick trick model you choose, the Raptor trick, the Viper trick, the Magnum, the Wicked trick, the Grizzly.
I feel like a little kid. This desk is so high.
They all offer bone crushing.
Look how high that desk is.
With superior
Crazy.
cutting diameters. They feature an all-steel ferrule Alcatraz lock system to prevent broadhead failures at the moment of impact that will help you get your game. If you're a mechanical fan, the Raptor trick is going to be your favorite with its 4-edge bone-splitting tip, 2-inch cutting diameter, and deadly accurate flight. Bone hunters need gear that they can depend on 100% of the time. You wait all season for that shot. Do not trust it to a head that will not deliver a short recovery. For more information, go online at slicktrick.net. This year, trick 'em with Slick Trick broadheads and tag your game.
You're ready for your next outdoor adventure. Wouldn't it be nice to have high-definition footage as a fun memory of your time in the outdoors? Well, Tacticam has been helping hunters do that very thing. Whether it's
What's everybody up to today?
5.0 wide camera, you're going to capture your hunts like never before. They can help you cover your bow fishing trip.
There's a couple shoots today. There's people out fishing.
And ready to record some awesome bow fishing action.
It's going to get hot, though. Next week is supposed to be miserably hot again, which stinks. 75 degrees here right now. And then it's supposed to be like 102 Tuesday or Wednesday back in Iowa. Not fun.
The Tacticam remote lets you hook up multiple cameras to one remote to capture more angles and shots like never before. So when you're ready to record your next hunting or fishing adventure, don't forget to take your Tacticam camera. You'll be able to relive your trips like never before. Tacticam.com for more info.
Did you hear the news? The Olive Tap has a brand new location in the District of Prairie Trail in Ankeny and is now serving fresh salads and sandwiches every day. The Olive Tap is your one destination for the finest cooking oils, spices, and vinegars, and now fresh salads and sandwiches. They now have even more of your favorite olive oils from Italy, Greece, Spain, and other countries, with unique flavors like Tuscan herb, basil, spicy garlic and Parmesan, 30 seconds out, and jalapeno. Just
All right, thanks, Andrew.
The Olive Tap also offers special oils like avocado and walnut oils, not to mention 20 different varieties of balsamic vinegars, including raspberry.
Man, I know one thing. This chair is pretty comfy.
Barbecue, sour apple, dark chocolate, and many more. The Olive Tap carries sauces, spices.
Now I know why
seasonings,
Donovan's
and
always
other
sitting
fine
here
cooking
relaxing.
items that anyone who cooks would enjoy. They even offer cooking classes and tasting parties. Stop by the Olive Tap at the District of Prairie Trail, 1610 Southwest Main Street, Suite 105 in Ankeny, 515-964-1065, or at theolivetap.com.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. I got my guest Jason Mitchell on from Jason Mitchell Outdoors Television, and we're talking a little walleye. Hey, Jason, if someone's going to be using slip bobbers, if the walleye are pretty deep, what's the best way of finding the depth, desired depth, and using those slip bobbers to catch some wallies?
Well, there's a lot of different ways to do it. I mean, slip bobber is an awesome way to catch fish once you find them. And so a lot of times people are, I guess we call road hunting fish with their electronics. They're either using forward-facing sonar and they're looking for fish with that, or even side imaging, or even traditional 2D sonar. You find the fish first and then throw a slip bobber on them. A slip bobber is a tough way to find fish if you're not using electronics. But once you know where fish are, it's a leech hanging on a plain hook. A little slip bobber is probably the deadliest thing that'll always catch fish when nothing else will. And as far as setting your depth, I mean, you can use a lead depth finder like we use in the wintertime that just hooks onto your line right above your hook, and then you can set your bobber stop that way. Sometimes I'll just use even my arm lengths. Like my arm lengths personally are about 6 feet, and so I can measure distance, approximately with that. So like say if I'm in, say, 23 feet of water and I'm showing fish, in 20 feet, 3 arm lengths is going to put me at 18 feet if it's clear water. I mean, you can fish a little bit above the fish, and so, you can use a rod as a ruler, you can use arm lengths, you can use a lead depth finder to set your depth. All those things work. There's no right or wrongs, whatever suits your style best, but very effective. I mean, the other thing that we're seeing too is on a lot of clearwater lakes, especially like Mille Lacs, Leech Lake, lakes in Minnesota, the water is pretty clear, and so we're using a lot of monofilament or even fluorocarbon, fluorocarbon leader, and casting away from the boat, and that's probably the big thing that we're seeing. A big trend that we're seeing too is that as some of these lakes clear up, used to be where we did a lot of fishing below the boat or maybe right behind the boat. Now we're having to get away from the boat further, either long lining or using planer boards or casting. And that's kind of where that slip bobber fits in as well. So.
Yeah. Are you guys doing any trolling right now?
We are in places. I mean, I was trolling a lot on Lake Skakwe. I was actually been trolling lead core out there, and on Devil's Lake, I'm catching a lot of fish on lead core too. Small crankbaits, in that 20 to 24 foot contours.
Yeah. So how's the TV show going? I know you guys have been on for a long time as well. How's that treating you lately?
Good. I mean, we've been on a really good pace for filming, as far as getting all of our work done. Episodes that we have to have. I think we've got maybe two and a half episodes left to wrap up, and got a couple things scheduled for this fall. And as far as sponsorships and commercials and stuff, that's been really well. I mean, I'm probably a little unorthodox, but I don't do things that maybe people think I should. I just do things that work for me. And it's funny, like I never even went to ICAST this year. People are like, how can you not go to ICAST? It's the biggest show of the year. And it's for people who'd rather talk about fishing than fish. I've got all my sponsorships, so I don't have any open categories. I don't have any commercials. It's not like I need to sell anything. And it's funny, so like a lot of people in the industry, they'll go to ICAST every year and they're trying to pitch sponsors and they're trying to get, more partners and this and that. And they ultimately lose some of the partners that they had before.
Yeah.
And our philosophy is we work really hard so we don't lose partners, and that way we don't have to sell as many new ones. And if we do a really, really good job, people will call us.
Yeah.
I don't have to go looking for them. And so we kind of do things, and I tell my employees that don't worry about the people that aren't sending you a check in the mail. Worry about the people that do send you a check in the mail. We put all of our effort into that, making them happy, and our phone will ring enough to take care of whatever we happen to lose, and it's worked really well. And I tell a lot of shows, if people don't know what boat you're shooting, for example, or what boat you're running, or what lures you like to use, you're dead in the water anyways. And that happens if you change sponsors a lot. And so keep your sponsors happy.
Yeah.
If you're out there trying to start a TV show, that'd be the thing, my advice.
Listen, I agree 100% with you. I went to ATA 2 years ago for the first time in probably 12 years. And that's the archery trade show. I just don't want to go down there and talk with people when they're trying to make money. They're down there to make sales and get their orders in. And, they really don't want to take the time out to talk to people about possible partnerships and stuff. And I try to talk to my partners. Well, with the radio shows, I'm a little probably above average on that because I have everybody on as guests every month, so I get to talk with my partners a lot. But I mean, you're exactly right.
Absolutely.
I mean, those trade shows are not the time to go bug people for trying to get them to spend money with you.
No, I mean the deal's already done by then.
Yeah.
I mean it is. Yeah. I mean it's.
And they appreciate that, Jason. Yeah. They actually appreciate that. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, I love your podcast. Tell Taylor I said thank you. We love having you guys on the fishing block, and every time I upload that to the Outdoor Call Radio Network, I always enjoy listening. And your ice fishing pods are people really love those, man. There's always a great story and great information in those too. So I really appreciate you having you on the Outdoor Call Radio Network.
Yeah, well, we appreciate being there. It's been a great fit. So.
Yeah, well, just keep cranking them out.
We will do that for sure.
So what do you got going on the rest of the season? Where are you going to be fishing?
I got I'll do some lure testing here around Devil's Lake, and then I've got some prototypes I'm trying to work through and figure out if we got to change anything on them. So I'll be doing a lot of fishing at home, just figuring that out. And then I'll be going up to Tobin Lake in Saskatchewan here in October, and then probably Kabetogama Lake, northern Minnesota. So Kabetogama and Tobin are basically the two things that I've got left.
Yeah.
So that feels pretty good. And obviously I'm kind of getting and that's by design, right? I love to fish in the fall, but I'm also trying to make sure that I got plenty of time to bow hunt.
Yeah. Yeah. When that October 1st gets here, that's, I'm sorry. That's the only, well, I'll be honest with you. I love to fish, but bow hunting's that's my love of my life. So
Yep.
I'm with you on that one, but you been seeing any good deer in the food plots yet?
Nothing great. I mean, I'm seeing some nice deer that I would be happy and honored to put my tag on, especially as far as just trying to film something, it would be just a good, respectable deer to have on camera. So I'm finding some of those, and I'm definitely finding some that I think I could get. You know, and they're still in their summer patterns, obviously, but our season opens September 1st, and so we've got about a full week where, you know, those deer will still be in their bachelor groups, and, you know, it's even a pretty good opportunity to shoot a deer in velvet
Yeah.
the first couple of days of the season. But then, you know, they get hard-horned, and then things change in a hurry. And, you know, I find some of the deer that's, you know, that are in their bachelor groups in velvet, they'll stick around the same exact areas, you know, later on in the fall. Then other deer disperse, and you never see them again, never find them again. So it just depends on the deer. But right now, you know, I'm seeing a few deer. I have seen a deer this summer that just, you know, kind of like what you were talking about, where you know, you didn't even have to put binos on it. You're like, oh my, this is the wolf. I mean, I haven't found that deer yet. I'm still looking. So.
Yeah. Oh, you'll find them. You got going. So what kind of agriculture
Yeah,
are you going to be hunting around, Jason?
What's that?
What kind of agriculture are you going to be hunting around? Corn or?
Well, yeah, corn later on and soybeans. You know, early in the year, you know, there's a lot of soybeans that hold deer, and even like the wheat and, you know, small grains will hold deer. It's funny, you know, we've been pretty wet this summer, and you know, one thing I've noticed, I mean, I've heard before, you know, that bucks and velvet don't like thick, heavy cover. They don't like things touching their antlers. But one thing that I've seen a lot early in the year when the bugs are bad, you know, the mosquitoes have been bad this summer. We've been wet, and I find that those deer like to bed in that corn a lot. That standing corn, like the breeze, I mean, it's got shade in there. The breeze can blow through it and kind of keep those bugs down a little bit. You know, it's just, you know, I find that those deer, those bucks will bed in that standing corn a lot.
Yeah.
And come out of the standing corn, you know, and so we're seeing a little bit of that this summer. And so, I don't know, it's, I would say by and large, first part of the season, the soybeans are where it's at until they turn yellow. Then they kind of have a lull. Once they get brown again, brown and down, I guess, then they go back into the soybeans. But right away, it's hard to beat soybeans.
Yeah, absolutely. Same thing in Iowa right now. And they were all in the beans and the Milo last night here in Kansas. So everything's looking pretty good from what I've seen. It should be a good year for everybody. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, if someone wants to watch Jason Mitchell Outdoors, how can they do that?
Well, probably easy as well. Valley Sports North, you know, down in Iowa. And then First Coat are also on Valley Sports Midwest if you're in Missouri or Kansas, Indiana. Roku, channel KOTV, we're on there Sundays at 9 o'clock. Then Valley Sports North, we're on Sundays at 9 o'clock in the morning. Midco, also find us on YouTube. I mean, a lot of people watch our stuff right on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, and that's an easy place to watch us if you don't subscribe to any type of cable. But, yeah, YouTube or Valley Sports is probably where we hit most of the people. So.
Yeah, and if you haven't heard Jason Mitchell Outdoors, the podcast, I invite you to go on the Outdoor Call Radio app. Every Tuesday, Jason's, Tyler, and all them guys are on there. So check that out. There's a plethora of good fishing and content, information, and it's definitely a good listen, that's for sure. Hey, Jason, I appreciate you doing some morning show for me this fine morning. And I mean that. You put in for Iowa, we'll get you hooked up in Iowa on a whitetail.
Oh, I'd love that. Call me in.
All right. Hey, listen, you need anything, let me know. Otherwise, I'll try and catch up with you in a few weeks, sir.
Okay, sounds great. Thanks, Stan.
Thank you, Jason. Have a great weekend.
You bet. Thank you.
There he goes, Jason Mitchell. Good feller right there. It is 7:34 and some change here on 1350 ESPN, and I'll be right back.
Tired or not sleeping or feeling pain all day? Well, you don't have to suffer, and you can get help to relax. Have you heard of Emperor One?
Everybody likes
Emperor
ice
One
fishing,
is a
Richard.
US-based company that is helping folks reduce pain every day. I've been using the Emperor One CBD lotion and salve on my knee and back, and I have seen incredible results in pain relief. It's also helping me to stop having to take other medications that can cause me stomach issues to get relief. Emperor One offers lotions, drops, gummies, and other CBD products that have been
Think I
helping
can get
folks
Jenny just
all
to send
around
my
this
stuff
country.
down here and just
These
stay
products
here
are
till
totally
October?
natural and are not habit forming.
Morning,
They
Anthony.
will just
Good to
help
see you,
start
buddy.
Feeling like your old self again. So if you're looking for a natural way to find pain relief or reduce your daily stress, please go check out Emperor1CBD.com. That's Emperor1CBD.com, and your days will start feeling better really soon.
Hi, this is Dr. Don Gilbert from New Life Counseling Services with offices in West Des Moines and Ankeny, Iowa. I know things can be tough in the world today. I see it every day. People dealing with relationship issues, parenting struggles, anxiety, depression, or folks just...
See, if you come down to Triple H Outfitters, you got a chance to win the Golden Gobbler Award. How about that? Look at that. And that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Everyday stress. Please consider calling me at New Life.
I didn't get this year because I didn't shoot a turkey in Kansas. I'll get it back. It'll come home with me sooner or later. The Golden Gobbler.
On how to handle the issues you might be dealing with in your life. When you're looking for someone to listen to you, we're here. Please consider calling us for a confidential appointment at New Life. 515-225-4006 in West Des Moines or 964-5003 in Ankeny. Also find us 24/7 at newlifecounseling.com. We are here to help you when you need us.
Our dogs are part of the family, and we want to protect them at all times. Do you live in an area that you want to keep open and not have a traditional fence to protect your pet? No worries. Call Chris at Pet Stop of Des Moines. Chris Fultra is the owner of the Pet Stop franchise in the Des Moines area and has been keeping pets safe.
See that turkey back in the corner?
Will not only keep your pet from leaving your desired area
right there,
outside, but can also
see that stuffed turkey?
Your pet out of areas in your
Isn't that a pretty Rio?
The Pet Stop system is underground, keeping your property open and easy to maintain. Plus, with a friendly user app on your phone, you can customize the Pet Stop system to help your dogs enjoy their playtime.
There's another one over here.
At the same time.
See that?
For more information on how to protect your buddy and keep
see that big marlin they caught in the river?
915-975-2190 or go online at petstop.com.
They didn't catch that. Good morning, Susan. They didn't catch that, Kansas.
As we head to the field this hunting season, you need to remember to work up your pet's activity level slowly. Don't take them out on opening day and expect them to perform without having any...
Morning, Rick. Good to see you, buddy.
To have a proper first aid kit for your pet when you go into the field. That should include bandage materials, gauze, antibiotic ointment, and items that could be used as a splint if needed, plus a muzzle. Even friendly dogs will bite if they're in pain. Please make sure your pet is current on all vaccines before you head out. Your pet should also have a good physical exam to make sure she is healthy enough.
Do what, Andrew?
Always provide your pet with protection.
30 seconds out.
All right, thank you.
A high-quality pet carrier for the trips, a blaze orange hunting vest, which makes your pet more visible and provides protection from the bush as he or she runs through.
Kevin, that's nice of you. Thank you. I appreciate that, buddy.
Dogs were born to do. This message has been brought to you by Dr. Steve from Westfield Veterinary Hospital. For questions about keeping your pet healthy, contact Dr. Steve by phone at 515-9865-PET. Westfield Veterinary Hospital, for the life of your pet.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. We got a big show coming back to Iowa on September 17th through the 18th. That's the Iowa All Breeds Jeep Show. They're going to have that big obstacle course, the teeter-totter, or the balancing beam, where you can drive your four-wheel drive or your Jeep or your truck, or what. I'm not doing it with my truck, but you can drive it up there and try to balance it out. And they've got obstacle courses, trail rides. They've got a military exhibit and reenactment folks coming out. There's going to be vendors and food. And it's always a good time out at the Iowa All Breeds Jeep Show, September 17th through the 18th out at the Cambridge, Iowa off-road track. And there's camping available. If you want more information, just look them up on Facebook or online. And we should have some tickets to give away for that here in the next couple weeks. So it'll be here before you know it. Good time out there. Good morning, Paul Butsky, Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer, National Wild Turkey Federation Hall of Fame turkey man right there, Mr. Paul Butsky, everybody. Paul, I saw a ton of Rios last night when Hilly and I were driving around, a lot of Polts. So that really made me feel happy. We've been talking about turkey numbers here in the Midwest for the last, since turkey season I've been griping about it. And I've actually seen some good Polts in Iowa, and definitely saw 2 or 3 Good morning, Paula. You're welcome. It's just a really good amount of Polts here in Kansas. I saw 3 or 4 different good groups, so that made my heart feel really, really happy. So hopefully we don't have any mortality on them, and a lot of them make them through till next spring. So Larry sent me a picture. He was down in working his food plots in Missouri. Larry McCoy from Respect the Game TV. Good morning, Parker Miller. How you doing, buddy? Larry sent me a picture, and I'd show you, but I'm on my phone. I can't. That thing had the biggest rope I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it looked like a fire hose coming off this bird's chest. I mean, that thing's just thick, and followed it all the way out. And man, I tell you what, I'd love to get a shot at him next year. What a big old Tom that thing is. I'm telling you, that's awesome. Boy, I don't know about you. I know I talk about bow hunting way too much, and if you've been listening to the show for the last 25 years, I can't help it. It's in my blood, So forgive me, but man, I'm just the deer is looking really, really good. I haven't got a shooter on camera in Iowa yet. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where the bucks are. I know they're around, but they're just not. They're not coming by my camera site. So Larry and Ryan are coming up Tuesday. We're going to go and move some stands and put out some more camera locations and see if we can see what's going on. But boy, it made my heart feel a lot happier last night in Kansas. That's for sure. Good morning, Jason. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Good morning, Charles. How are you? Boy, we got a lot of people on Facebook Live this morning. Andrew, what are you doing all day?
Honeydew list. That's about it for me.
Honeydew list.
Oh yeah, do this, do that, fix this, fix that. It's all over.
Well, that's all right. So if you haven't listened to the Outdoor Call Radio app all week, we're doing a new contest right now. It's called the Outdoor Call Radio Screenshot. So when you pull the app up, all you got to do is just take a screenshot of the app, what's playing, and email it to me. And if you do that, I'll put you in the drawing. But we're giving away a brand new Tacticam 5.0 wide camera. We're giving away a $50 gift card to Game Hide Clothing so you can get you some new camo, and a brand new electric Work Sharp sharpener. So we got 3 good prizes going to one lucky person, and we'll draw that here in a few weeks. So you got a little bit of time, but tell your friends and family. And we're picking up some new shows. We got a Second Amendment Guns Rights show starting here in a couple weeks. I'm excited about that. We got a new show coming in from New Mexico and Utah that's going to be talking about hunting out west, which is going to be pretty cool. And we might have another cooking show coming on too. So I'm starting to get people to call me and ask me about coming on the network. So we're excited about that. The app is growing, and thank you for everybody that takes time to listen to it. Andrew appreciates that as much as I do, don't you, Andrew?
Oh yeah, it always makes it feel better.
Yeah. Andrew, can you see the Golden Gobbler Award I got?
I stepped away from my computer to look at to make sure everything's going well here, but I'll make sure I check it.
Yeah, that's the Golden Gobbler. I got it right here in my hand. It's got a gold turkey head, and this is coming home with me because this is going to be. I'm going to get the biggest turkey next year. I'm telling you. So.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll just be happy if I get a turkey next year. Yeah, they kicked my butt. I only got one this year. They kicked my butt. It's crazy.
Yeah, they sure found a way to get around you.
Yeah, they did. I had hens and jakes all over me. That was the craziest turkey season I ever had. That's for sure. So, all right. Hey, here in a couple of weeks, it's going to be Christmas. We're going to be starting to give away 12 pair of custom diamond earrings. They're going to be up for grabs for the listeners. Thanks to Herman's Fine Jewelers, Donnie and Frank are making 12 pairs, 6 white gold and 6 yellow gold earring sets. So we'll start giving those away. What did we say, Andrew? 1st of October or middle October?
Middle of October, yep.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, good morning, Kent. Oh, Kent, that's Ryan's daddy, Ken Huser. He had surgery this week. He's been struggling, folks. So keep a good thought for Kent. He actually had to go in and get surgery to help with his deer judgment ability. So they surgically altered that so he can get his deer estimations down a little better. So.
You're my boy, Blue!
Oh, he's cussing me right now. Oh man, there's a Dan. There's a shooter. There's a shooter, man. Thank you, Jason. You have a good day as well, man. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Kent, that's not a shooter. Well, it looked like a shooter. Yeah, that's all right. Hey, we've all been there. We've all been there. You know what's a shooter to me? Anything that gets my heart pounding and my knees knocking. That's if my knees start shaking and my heart starts pounding, that's a shooter to me. So anyway. All right, it's 7:46 and some change. Let me take a real quick break. When we come back, we'll do the fishing reports, and we'll see what other fish we can fry right here on 1350 ESPN.
Hey, what's your name? Here's the Mrs. Butterworth.
I don't know where he's getting that stuff
Heading to your
at.
favorite outdoor spot? Is your hunting, fishing, or utility knife ready for any task? Well, if you used the original Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener before you left, you bet they are. The Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener is designed to sharpen every knife you own.
Good morning, Tony.
Flexible abrasive belts. The sharpening system is able to sharpen a variety of knives, including curved and serrated knives, tonto blades, fillet knives, gut hooks, axes, and even kitchen knives. The Work Sharp knife.
Yeah, there you go, Kent.
Does this with precision angle sharpening guides and flexible abrasive belts to ensure the proper 20-degree angle every time. Each Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener is assembled in the USA by a family-owned and
So
operated
nice and
company.
quiet here this
Customer
morning.
service is
There's
always
nobody
involved.
here.
So if you love the
Usually,
outdoors and
this
depend
place
on a
is so
sharp knife,
busy,
consider checking
can't
out one
hear
of the
half
Work
the
Sharp
time.
knife and tool sharpeners.
There's
Or the
usually
Work
like
Sharp guided
7
tool
or 10
sharpener at a
people
store near
behind you getting dressed and
anytime at
getting all their hunting
WorkSharpTools.com.
stuff on and
That's
getting all their bow stuff
WorkSharpTools.com.
ready.
In the mood for a great family treat or a
It's kind
special
of nice
gift
when
idea?
there's nobody
Pop
here.
on over to the Lotta Pop store, located at 647 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny.
I'm good, Tony.
That's where
Thank
you'll
you for
find
asking.
30 fresh flavors of the most delicious Iowa-grown popcorn in the central Iowa area. You'll love the fresh pop flavors like caramel apple, kettle corn, jalapeno cheddar, cheddar cheese, birthday cake, or patriotic mix, just to name a few. You'll find something for everyone at Lotta Pop in Ankeny. Harley and his crew can help you pick out the perfect variety pack, tin or gift package. Lotta Pop has everything you'll need, from ready-to-eat popcorn to all the fixings to make great popcorn at any event. Everyone loves popcorn, especially when it's from Lotta Pop. It's the same great popcorn you'll find at the Iowa State Games, locally grown and popped to perfection. Lotta Pop can help with any special occasion, corporate events, and special fundraising for your school. For more information, contact Lotta Pop at 515-262-3243 or go online at lottapop.com. Lotta Pop, great tasting popcorn from Iowa since 1969.
There's a place in Ankeny that's all about the outdoors, and that place is Sportsman's Warehouse.
Yeah.
Sportsman's Warehouse.
I'm glad, Tony.
All lines of
I
hunting
see
and
deer
fishing gear
too.
at the best prices around. In the hunting department, you'll find all your gear for deer, turkey, waterfowl, elk, or whatever you're
I'm not ready for this
There's
heat.
new gear arriving every week.
Why can't it be September already?
Sportsman's Warehouse has a complete firearms area.
I know my daughter's not happy if I say that. She doesn't want to go back to school. She wants the summer to last forever.
Sportsman's Warehouse Fishing Department is simply the best around. You'll find all your favorite tackle from Fluger, Daiwa, Abu Garcia, Quantum, and Zebco, just to name a few. From the serious angler to the regular fishing enthusiast, Sportsman's Warehouse has all you need. From camping to boating to all the best clothes and footwear for the entire family, you'll find it at Sportsman's Warehouse. Sportsman's Warehouse off Interstate 35 on Orlaba Road in Ankeny. Open 7 days a week. Ask about the seminar series going on every month as well. Sportsman's Warehouse in Ankeny.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting your family's financial future is a priority, and life insurance is an easy way to help make that happen. You'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to protect what matters most if you were to pass away. Plus, life insurance is often more affordable than you think. Let's talk about options that fit you. Contact Darren Islander, agent at 515-964-7575 today.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. We are broadcasting live from Triple H Outfitters in Lincoln, Kansas. Had to come down and do a real quick howdy do and pick up a trailer. So I got here last night, and Ole Miss County had some fried chicken ready for me. You can't ask for anything better than that. I actually put a thing on Facebook. Said, for everybody that hunts out of Triple H, I just want to let you know I got the first chicken dinner of deer season 2022. So, Philip Vanderpool. Well, how can you say you got the first chicken dinner? Where were you at turkey season? We had chicken turkey season. I said deer season, Philip. Read it. You know, I got to help Philip read, I guess. He's just jealous. He's just jealous because he wasn't here to get fried chicken. That's all it is. All right, I'll start the fit. That's right. Would you get off that button bar? Sportsman's Warehouse Fishing Report. Arrowhead Lake right now, water clarity is good. Surface water temperatures in the upper 70s. Black crappie bite is fair. Crappie are near structure and contour in 5 to 15 feet of water. Jig tip of the crawler or a small minnow on a jig drifted over deeper habitat. Gills are fair. Look for bluegill in 5 to 15 feet of water near woody structures. Blackhawk Lake water levels are about 3 inches below crest on the spillway. Surface water temperatures in the upper 70s. Water clarity is roughly 12 inches. Black crappie bite is fair. Fish are 8 to 11 inches if you sort them. Most fish have moved offshore areas but can be still picked up along the Ice House Point and around the Fish House and Stone Piers in Town Bay. Gill bite is slow. Channel catfish is fair. Catfish are averaging 4 to 7 pounds at Blackhawk. Brushy Creek surface water temperatures in the upper 70s. Water clarity is roughly 3 feet. Black crappie bite is good. People are finding crappie near woody structures in 5 to 20 feet of water. You want to use a small jig, tip with a crawler or a minnow. Largemouth bass is fair. Plastics, traditional bass lures along submerged woody structure and wood lines near shore are producing fish. Storm Lake, the water temperature is in the upper 70. Water clarity is roughly 2 feet. All walleye between 19 and 25 inches must be immediately released unharmed. No more than one walleye longer than 25 inches can be taken per day. Black crappie bite is fair. Channel catfish is fair. Walleye are fair. Anglers are trolling crankbaits using crawler harnesses and drifting leeches and around the edges of the dredge cuts. Some anglers have had luck with minnows under a slip bobber. We just talked about that with Jason. Yellow bass are fair, 5 to 11 inches long. Small piece of crawler, fish under a bobber. Yellow perch is fair as well. Clear Lake, they're reporting the lake is 1.5 inches below crest. Water temperature is in the upper 70s. Water clarity is about 17 inches. That's not very clear. Clear Lake is a protected slot limit on walleye. All walleye between 17 and 22 inches must be immediately released unharmed. Black crappie bite is slow. Channel catfish bite is good. They're catching catfish on cut bait or chicken livers on the bottom. Best bite is after sunset. Largemouth bass is fair. Weedless baits near the vegetation edge. Try fishing a slip bobber with live bait on the rock reefs or a jig and a minnow near vegetation edges. Yellow bass are slow. Nice background. Is that all your kills? David, I'm in Kansas right now at Triple H Outfitters. Those are all. That's all the Hilly and Donovan and Charlie. That's all their mounts and stuff. So I'm not home. I'm in Kansas, buddy. I'm at home. I'm at my second home. I'm at my home away from home. So anyway, let's see. Upper Pine Lake. They got a big shoot up there next week. The Iowa Bow Hunters is having their fall festival up at Pine Lake next weekend. Can you believe the fall festival's already next weekend already? Upper Pine Lake, crappie bite is fair. Gills are fair. Largemouth bass are good. Big Creek, the bluegill bite is good. People are finding bluegill in depths less than 6 feet. Small pieces of crawler fished in those depths are producing fish. Walleye bite is fair. Walleye in the evenings from shore just before or after sunset. Cast jigs with twister tail swim baits or live bait. Boat anglers can catch walleye jigging or trolling live bait rigs over humps, near points, and near creek channels drop off along the flats. A good starting area is out in the marina in front of the beach. Wipers are biting on crankbaits, being trolled. Topwater baits casted near the shad schools, busting the surface, and jigs tipped with live bait. Little River Watershed Lake, the dock is in on the main ramp. The bluegill bite is fair. They're catching bluegills up to 8.5 inches with small jigs near the brush piles. Morning, Hank. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. My old Revelton buddy. Largemouth bass bite is good. Walleye are slow. Jigs tip with a crawler. Fish along the creek channels in the flooded timber are catching walleye up to 22 inches. And let's see, 3 Mile courtesy docks are in on the main ramp. Bluegill bite is slow. Catching bluegills up to 9 inches with small jigs. Fish along the fish mounds. Walleye bite is slow on 3 Mile. Jigs along the roadbed or the creek channels in the flooded timber are catching walleyes. Good morning, James. Good to see you this morning. 12 Mile Creek, the docks are on the main ramp. Bluegill bite is slow. Jigs fish near the brush piles or rock piles to catch bluegills up to 8.5 inches. The bass bite is slow. They're catching all sizes of bass with finesse plastics, fish near the cedar tree brush piles. So there's your Sportsman's Warehouse fishing report of the week. I want to thank everybody over there at Sportsman's Warehouse in Ankeny for helping me do that. 7:56 and some change. I need to take another quick break at the top, and then we'll be back for hour number 2. We got to talk about the Iowa Roadside Survey. That's going to start Monday, and we got some other stuff to talk about, and we'll see what Andrew's up to. I haven't got to bug Andrew a lot today, so anyway. Andrew, when do I got to be out? 7:56, like right now, or 7:57?
Well, yeah, technically you have 30 seconds left for whatever you want to do.
Okay. Well, I'll just tell everybody to stay tuned for more fun and outdoor adventures right here on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. And don't forget to download that app, the Outdoor Call Radio app. It's available on your device's app store. Absolutely free. 24 hours, 7 days a week, outdoor talk. It's the Outdoor Call Radio app. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Will do, Jeff. I'm going to go get a pop.
Hi, this is your old friend Speed over at Speed's Golf Cars, located in Wall Lake, Iowa. Just stop on over here. We've got a nice selection of new and used golf carts. We're a club car dealer, so we've got a nice selection of new onward cars, as well as a good mix of utility carts as well. We've got a number of pre-owned golf carts in all types of price ranges. Available with fancy wheels, stereo. We've got it here at Speed's Golf Cars. Let the folks at Speed handle your golf cart needs. Check out our website for a complete inventory at speedsgolfcars.com.
Are you getting ready for hunting season? Well, you've done your homework, and now the time is getting close. One thing after you've harvested
I got my
deer or wild
due.
game,
How
where are
do
gonna
you
take
do,
it?
my dude?
Well, I have an answer. The Milo Locker in Milo,
Oh, man.
Iowa.
Well, I've been drinking a lot of
Milo
iced
Locker
tea
has been
lately. Jenny's
processing
been making
wild
sun
game
tea. You
and
can't beat
Locker
sun
animals
tea,
for
you know it?
over 15 years. Daryl
Love
and
my
Nancy
sun
are the
tea.
owners, and they take great pride in the fact that they do everyone's
It's
orders
way better
when
for
the
you.
customer wants it. You can have your deer, moose, elk, or even bear processed and hand-wrapped, cut to your
Kind of weird
specifications.
being here by
If
just
you like
myself.
tasty
I
snacks,
feel like I hit the
great
lottery.
job making snack sticks, summer sausage, and jerky with all
That's a
sorts
good
of cheese
feeling.
and spice combinations. They do a ton of deer each year at the Milo Locker, and they do each order like it was their own. So if you get lucky this year and need a good locker, try the Milo Locker. Check them out today or just give them a call at 641-942-6231. And you're on your way to some great eating.
Hey, America, when you barbecue, cookies is the one. Lots of flavor, lots of goodness, thick and rich, lots of fun. Hey, America, when you barbecue, try cookies.
Feel like a little kid.
Cookies, barbecue sauce, just the
I feel like I'm back in school. Yes, Mrs. Johnson.
KRNC Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN, Des Moines sports leader. And that was gone! Des Moines
Thank you,
radio
Paula.
station.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
right, welcome back to hour number 2 of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan. Hour number 2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Elite Archery. Have you taken the Shootability Challenge yet? If you have not, I encourage you to do so. We just dropped a new bow. That's right, they introduced a brand new bow this week. It's called the Verdict. If you are a target shooter, you want to check that out. I don't have the specs memorized yet, so I can't tell you all the goodies, but I'm just going to tell you it's got the SED technology on it. It looks like a really, really stable platform bow to shoot. If you love to shoot target archery, or you just looking for a longer bow, I think the jury's in. It's the Verdict. Did you see what I did there, Andrew?
I like that. Pretty slick.
Yeah, pretty slick. The Verdict's in, buddy. Yeah, the Verdict's in. Somebody's texting me, and I'm trying to do the show, and I'm like, I don't know what they're texting me or who's texting me. Oh, they're sending me deer pictures. Stop texting me during the show, especially when I'm not in the studio. I'm on my phone. We're having enough problems. Andrew, what'd you do all week besides watch baseball games and eat hot dogs?
Well, that was pretty much it. Covering some more games. High school baseball just wrapped up here in the state of Iowa, and so kind of an off week, kind of not. Got a roof replaced, all that jazz.
Oh, you got your roof fixed finally.
Yep, finally, all good. You don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's, yeah. Whatever you do, don't use the guy that Andrew used the first time. Yeah, we'll just,
I agree with that one.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that way. He don't like calling people back. So, what's going on? Everything good down at the station? We're getting close to happy times. Hunting season's coming up, and our Outdoors Dan Fantasy Football League's getting ready to start. It's going to be another year of domination. Another year.
By me, I'm going to start dominating this year.
Well, you've been playing for 6 years, and we're still waiting.
Well, it's been 5, and I have been working way too much with you, so that might have to change a little bit.
Oh, I see. You're going to quit trading with the master, huh?
I don't know if that's the right phrase for it, but sure.
Uh-huh. That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, it'll be happening. It'll be happening. Yeah. So, there's a bunch of stuff coming up. I mean, Larry was out putting food plots in last night down in Missouri, and like I said, he saw some really nice deer moving right about dark. So it's a good time to start getting your fall food plots in. I love Backwoods Attraction. They're a partner on the show, just to be totally transparent with you. But we got Trophy Acre out at one of the farms in central Iowa that I hunt at, and I tell you what, that stuff's been coming up really, really good. And for my late season hunts, we're going to try and put Sugar Rush out, and that's got turnips and sugar beets and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I would tell you everything, but I can't do anything right now since I'm working remote. But I'm telling you, late season, you're going to want something that's got a lot, that's going to be very, it's going to be able to survive the frosts. After we get the first couple frosts, a lot of the green stuff starts browning up pretty good. So, those sugar beets, those turnips, those radishes, chicory, stuff like that, that's going to hang out a little bit. Do you need a table so you can do the show and use your phone at the same time? A tablet. Charles, I've got enough electronics. I got the phone. See, normally I have my broadcast system and stuff with me, so I don't have to use the phone. But I didn't bring it because this was like a real quick stop, and I actually, as soon as I get off the radio, I got to drive down to St. Louis, and I got to go see my mom and check on her. My mom's been having some issues, so I had to come over here and grab a trailer. So my old buddy Larry Mack could have his side-by-side bring it up to Iowa, because we're going to be doing some farm work. And then Wednesday, we're going to be with Cookie's Barbecue Sauce over on Mill Civic Parkway, over at the Hy-Vee, right off Mill Civic Parkway in West Des Moines. So Wednesday, if you come out Wednesday, Larry, Ryan, and I from Respect the Game TV will be filming with Speed, doing some stuff for the TV show. So it's going to be a busy couple of days. But to answer your question, I probably do need a tablet. I just don't want to. I'm getting cheap in my old age, and I didn't want to buy one. I had one. I gave it to my daughter. So I had a really nice big iPad, and Riley's got it now. So I don't really miss it that much. I mean, I do most 99% of the stuff I do on my phone, and then I got my MacBook with me. So, you know, I mean, I think there's a thing as having too much electronics. Don't you think, Andrew?
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. See, now at the studio at the house, I've got an iMac, I got my MacBook Pro, and I'm set. I don't need my phone. See, and then I can see what people are texting me and stuff. See, but I'm in the middle of nowhere in Kansas, and winter wheat and soybeans, so, and a lot of big deer, which is fine. I'm happy with that. What were we talking about before I got that text, Andrew? I got distracted.
Well, we were talking about fantasy football and how your thought of dominance might continue or something like that.
Oh, we were talking about you maybe showing up this year.
Maybe. I have a better strategy. Don't mess with you.
Hey, every time I make a trade with you, your team gets better.
No, they don't.
I've never seen anything like it, folks. I'll trade him 2 outstanding players, and within 3 weeks they're hurt. I've never seen anything like it. It happens to him like almost every time. It's like, Andrew, what are you doing to these guys? You know?
I think it's what you're doing, and then sending them on over, and releasing all that information.
Now, you can never say that I traded you a hurt player. I have never done that.
It's darn close. 2 weeks after I get them, they
well,
go down.
I can't help that. That's the way. That's football. Yeah. All right. Iowa's pheasant population survey starts Monday. Is that Monday? Monday's August 1st, right? Yeah. So the annual roadside survey, Iowa pheasant hunters had an excellent season last year, harvesting the most roosters since 2008. And many are looking forward to what 2022 has in store. That fall forecast will be based on the Iowa Department of Natural Resources annual roadside pheasant accounts, which begins August 1st. The statewide survey is conducted by Iowa DNR staff between August 1st and the 15th, who drive 218 30-mile routes on gravel roads at dawn on mornings with heavy dew. Hen pheasants will start to move their broods to the edge of the gravel road to dry off before they begin feeding, which makes them easier to count. Anecdotally, upland wildlife biologist Todd Bogenschutz, I saw Todd at the Cubs game the other day, has been receiving reports from across southern and southwest Iowa of quail whistles and rooster crowing. I tell you what, our pheasants are good. I haven't heard a ton of Bob White whistles, but I know that down in the quail belt, the 2 southern counties in Iowa, the Bob Whites are coming back. He said last year, South Central Iowa had an average count of 6 pheasants per route. So I'd be surprised if this year's counts are higher. The question is if the counts in the counties in the northern third of the state can go higher, which we had good numbers and good hunting, said Todd. It will be interesting to see the survey results. We have dry over a lot of the state, and the conditions for the survey are important as the accuracy of the counts depend on the dew conditions when the routes are run. In June, the DNR issued an annual prediction on the roadside counts, which issues a weather model based on the snowfall, rainfall, and temperatures from the past winter and spring. The model provides the best guess at what the counts might look like, and it's predicting counts as good as the better numbers than last year. And that is good news for hunters as they bagged, are you ready for this? An estimated 375,000 roosters in 2021. 375,000 roosters in 2021. That's a lot of pheasants, man. Best indicator for the fall season is the August roadside survey that counts actual pheasants seen along more than 6,000 miles of rural gravel roads. I'm cautiously optimistic for the fall, Todd said. All the indicators are pointing in the right direction. The annual roadside survey has been conducted over the same route since 1962. In addition to pheasants and quail, the survey conducts data on partridges, cottontails, and jackrabbits. You'll be able to see the results in early September. Iowa pheasant season begins October 29th. October 29th. So, how about that? Yeah, that's exciting. I know a lot of folks. I know a lot of my upland people will be excited about that. So, one thing I have not heard in probably 3 or 4 years now. I haven't heard a whippoorwill. Have you heard whippoorwills when you've been out? I have not heard a whippoorwill in a long time. That makes me sad. I was talking about that the other day with somebody. It's like, now that you mention that, I haven't heard a whippoorwill in a while. So I don't know what's going on. They're a ground nesting bird, I guess. I think they are. So I don't know. I like whippoorwills. I miss that. Don't you miss that? I miss that. Andrew, I know you miss it.
Well, there's been a couple songs that mention whippoorwills over the last couple of years, and I have grown up. I have heard them myself, and I actually haven't heard them for several years. So I'm actually in the same boat you are.
Yeah. Mark says, yeah, here in North Carolina or North Central. It's either North Carolina. It's NC. I don't know if that stands for North Central or North Carolina, but thanks, James. I appreciate that. Or Mark. It says M-A-R-C James. Is it Mark James or James Mark? I don't know. It's just the way, I'm just reading it the way it came up. I don't know. Kind of crazy. 8:12 and some change here on 1350 ESPN. So, North Carolina. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Big salute to you. Man, I love North Carolina. You ever been to North Carolina, James? Andrew?
Oh, you said James there for a second.
I know. I
have been to North Carolina, but it's been solely at the baseball diamond. So yeah. I got in, went to the baseball diamonds, and headed on out. So I really didn't get to experience North Carolina very well.
See, you missed out because they do barbecue different than what we do. They got more like a Mark. Isn't it like it's like a vinegar based barbecue, isn't it? You got some parts of the states mustard based, and in some parts of the states it's like a vinegar based. Where we're more of a sweet sauce.
Yeah, we're more of like a Kansas City type of barbecue.
Yeah, but boy, I tell you what, North Carolina, it's beautiful. That's a beautiful state, that's for sure. So, yeah, somebody I was just talking to somebody who was down there. I asked them if they went by Mayberry. Who was that? I was just talking to somebody who was just down there. Too many people. I can't keep them straight. So anyway, I was telling you about elite archery, and I didn't get to finish because I got sidetracked doing something again. Yes, Eastern North Carolina is vinegar based. There you go, Mark. See, I remember that. It's good. And I don't know if it's a North Carolina thing, but they do it in Tennessee too. If you get a pulled pork sandwich. The last time I was there, they put the coleslaw. Western North Carolina is ketchup based. Thank you, Mark. They put the coleslaw on the pulled pork sandwich. Remember me talking about that, Andrew?
Oh yeah.
And the guy got mad at me because I said, "Why did you put put the coleslaw on the pulled pork?" He just goes, "Where are you from, son?" And I said, I live in Iowa, but I'm from Missouri. He goes, that explains all I need to know. Yeah. He kind of dug at me a little bit there. He goes, that's how we do a pulled pork sandwich here. And I just said, thank you very much, and went to the table and scraped it off and ate it on the side. Yeah. I actually tried it with it on. It's pretty good. So, but I don't know. Jenny says I'm a picky eater anyway. So yeah, she always says I'm picky. So yeah, my poor Raven, man. He's been staying in the garage since I left yesterday, missing his daddy. Raven, if you're listening to your dad, I love you, buddy. You just a beautiful puppy. Yeah, crazy dog. 8:15 and some change. Let me take a real quick break, and I got a couple other stuff to tell you about coming up in Iowa. If you got anything you want me to talk about, or if you got any questions, hit me up here on Facebook Live, or you can call the station at 244-1350. Other than that, we'll be right back right here after these fine words from our partners.
When you go big game hunting, do you go the extra step and try to stay undetected and lethal? Well, Lethal Products can help you do that every trip. It starts by washing your clothes with the Lethal Products scent-free detergent, providing a layer of protection to avoid your noses. The next step is taking a scent-free shower. Wash and deodorant. Then spraying down with into your hunting area with Lethal Products Human Dirt Cover Spray.
There you go, Mark.
Lethal Products is a hunting system you can count on. For more information on Lethal Products, just go to lethalproducts.com. That's lethalproducts.com. Or Archery Field and Sports in Altoona. Lethal Products will help you be lethal in the field.
Tacticam has launched the best-in-class cellular trail camera, the #1 selling action camera in the industry. The new Reveal by Tacticam will change the way you scout forever. Not only is it one of the easiest to set up, but the most affordable cellular camera on the market. As you know, you educate your game and leave your scent when checking cameras in the field. With Reveal, those issues are gone. You can receive pictures in almost real time right to your app without going into the field. The Reveal offers half-second trigger speeds, detects game from up to 96 feet away, in 4G and LTE wireless modules. Verizon and AT&T plans available. 24-inch LCD screen, adjustable night illumination.
Thank you, Christopher. Appreciate you sending that picture, buddy.
Glass app allows you to set up your camera, add cameras, view and organize pictures, and much more. Again, plans starting as low as $5 a month. The new Reveal by Tacticam saves time. Yes, and most importantly, helps you stop educating your game. RevealCellCam.com for more info.
Hey, are you in the market for a new RV this year? Here's a place to help you start looking for that new travel partner for your next vacation or outdoor adventure. Head on over to the friendly folks at Imperial RV Center.
Good morning, Dennis.
Imperial
Good to
RV
see you, buddy.
Serving Iowa camping enthusiasts for 50 years. They carry pull-behind or fifth-wheel RVs from Sprinter, Hideout, Passport, and Alpine. They now carry SMC horse trailers that have built-in living quarters for rodeo and horse lovers. Imperial RV also features a full-service center ready for any repair that your RV might have. Imperial RV can finance on-site to help you with all your financing needs. They also have a full-service parts department for anything you might need to keep your camper going. They're open Monday through Saturday, located at 1727 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. Please call them at 5.
Mark, have a good weekend, buddy. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you.
Check them out online at ImperialRVCenter.com. That's ImperialRVCenter.com. Imperial RV Center in Ankeny, making memories to last a lifetime.
Are you into hunting, fishing, camping, or tailgating? If you are, we'd like to introduce you to Arctic Ice. Arctic Ice is a brand new way to keep your game, beverages, and camping supplies cold and fresh. Wherever your adventure takes you, Arctic Ice Packs are a rugged ice substitute that maintains low temperature longer than a bag of ice and does not have the slushy mess that can contaminate what's in your cooler. If you like to hunt or fish, look at the Alaskan Series or Arctic Ice Pack that will keep your game or fish at 34 degrees for 3 to 4 days. If you're wanting to really freeze things up, try the Tundra Packs that can keep your wild game and fish at dry ice temperatures for the travel back home. For tailgating or camping, try the Chillin' Brew Pack. It will keep your beverages of choice at frosty cold temperatures 4 times longer than what a bag of ice can. If you want your game, fish, or camping goods to stay fresh and cold as possible without the mess of regular ice, go check out Arctic Ice Packs today. You can find models of Arctic Ice Packs at Sportsman's Warehouse or at www.arctic-ice.com.
Thank you, Bill.
A deer tick just crawled onto your leg.
I'm out of Triple H Outfitters in Kansas right now.
You can't feel the bite, and you may or may not find the tick. In the coming weeks, you may or may not notice a red ring
See the
around
Big
the bite.
Lodge?
Shortly thereafter, you may or may not get really
Big Lodge over there. There's lockers. This is the getting ready room.
The test may or may not detect it, meaning you may or may not get the medication needed. If untreated or not treated on time, you could have a lifetime of complications.
Don't take that chance. Get Elimitic clothing from Game Hide. Elimitic features Insect Shield, a repellent that is fused to the fabric fibers. Ticks hate it. Elimitic clothing will retain its effectiveness for the life of the garment and needs no special
Well,
care.
good morning, Mr. Mayor. Andrew, how you doing, Andrew?
Wearing Elimitic can help protect you from ticks, chiggers, and other biting insects, and is featured in a complete line.
Thank you, Bill. I'm just visiting. Won't get to hunt until October. I'll be back late October.
In these times when a lot of us are working from home, it's even more important to make sure your home is the right temperature and comfortable. Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287-6000 to schedule a check on your current heating and cooling systems. Is your house too dry and giving your family issues? A Honeywell dehumidifier system installed with your AC heating system can solve that issue right away. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned and operated business that has been serving Iowa residents and businesses for over 70 years. They offer 24-hour service and programs like the Peace of Mind Plan for less than $15 a
Andy,
month.
you got to draw first.
On the water or in the woods this year.
I'm sure they'd love to have you. There's a lot of people didn't draw Kansas this year. It's sad.
One call to Wyckoff Heating
I think
and Cooling
the
will bring
word's
you
out.
peace of mind under your roof every day.
Even Larry Mack didn't draw.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to Waking Up the Outdoors on the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan. I kind of combined both old shows right there. Did you see what I did there, Andy? Andrew?
Oh, yeah, very slick.
Yeah. You know, I was looking through pictures and stuff. You know, this is our 25th year on the radio. 21 years in Iowa, 25 years in St. Louis. And we went from the Outdoors Dan show to Waking Up the Outdoors with Outdoors Dan to now we got the Outdoor Call. I mean, kind of crazy, isn't it?
No, and I think everybody goes through the stage, you know. There's very few that keep the same thing because things change, right? Things change throughout the landscape of time, and so I think you've kept up well with what's going on right now.
Well, the reason we went from Waking Up the Outdoors to the Outdoor Call is because we started the Outdoor Call Radio Network. So, you know, that's why we did the last brand change. But yeah, kind of crazy. Can't believe 25 years have already went by. It's went by quick. Went by quick.
Yeah, I could say that.
Yeah. Why would you be able to say that?
Because it just seemed like the other day I was just in high school, not too long, high school before then, and it just, you know, I get all these things from Facebook popping up saying, hey, this happened so many years ago, and it seemed like 2 to 3. I mean, you just blink and half your life is gone.
Yeah, it's crazy. It goes quick, that's for sure. Hey, are you new to hunting? You want to learn how to hunt? Do you want to learn how to field dress an animal? How to process them? Heck, you don't even look old enough to be even 25. Andrew Harris said you don't look old enough to be 25, Andrew.
I appreciate that a lot because my hair will tell anyone otherwise, and so I really appreciate that.
Yeah, he looks like a kid. He does, Andrew. I agree with you. The Iowa Department of Natural Resources is offering a program to teach skills needed to hunt, field dress, and cook small game. You know, we talk about rabbits and squirrels and, you know, how good they are, squirrel and dumplings. I mean, grilled rabbit, stewed rabbit, fried rabbit, fried squirrel, squirrel and noodles. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. Well, they can teach you how to do that at the Iowa Department of Natural Resources Small Game Workshop. The workshop will be held August 13th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Amana Sportsman's Club in Amana, Iowa. You will learn basic strategies for hunting small game, such as proper equipment, 410, 20 gauge, or a 22 long rifle. Those are my 3 choices for you, or my recommendations. Where to hunt, safe shooting practices, and how to field dress, butcher, and cook them. The workshop is designed for folks 18 years of age and older. The cost is $25. If you want more information about the workshop and how to begin the registration process, just go to the Iowa Department of Natural Resources, and they will get you hooked up. The program is provided through a partnership with the Iowa DNR, Woods and Water Project, Amana Sportsman's Club, and it's part of a national effort to recruit, retain, and reactivate hunters due to the overall decline in hunting and outdoor recreation. I don't think you can say that anymore, that we've got a decline in hunting. I mean, ever since the pandemic, hunting's been up 30-something%. Fishing's even more than that. So, like I've said this for the last couple of years, if there was a blessing to ever come out of the pandemic, that was the one thing folks could feel safe to do, was go out and fish or go out and try to go hunting and social distance and put some meat in the freezer, So to me, that was the one blessing. But if you want more information about this, if squirrel and dumplings or squirrel and noodles or fried squirrel, stewed squirrel, smoked squirrel, rabbit, everybody likes rabbit, James, or whatever your name is, Andy, or Andy, Andrew, little guy. You've had rabbit before, haven't you?
Yeah, Andrew here has had rabbit before, but just once.
There you go. Yeah, Hassenpfeffer. If you go to what's that German restaurant in downtown Des Moines, the Hassenheffer, or the Hassenhaus, or whatever that is, they got rabbit down there. So good stuff. I heard somebody pull up. Oh, now of course. Okay, now of course. There you go. Anyway, Jamie Cook is a person you can visit with at 515-350-8090. Fricassee rabbit, Andrew Harris says, is awesome. There you go. That's when you need your lethal, your field wipes, Andrew, so you can get all that fricassee rabbit off your hands. That'll come in handy for that.
Amen to that.
Yeah. I tell you what, of all the things Lethal Products makes, I love my field and my dirt spray. I don't go anywhere in the woods without it. I mean, it doesn't matter if I'm putting cameras out, if I'm moving a stand, I always spray down at the truck. Anytime I go into my hunting timber, I treat it like a hunting situation. So I take a shower and with my body wash, and I spray down at the truck, and I always got my field wipes with me, and but those field wipes and that cooler reviver, that is some of the best stuff they make. I get more compliments from folks around the country from telling them about that cooler reviver. When get that stinky old cooler smelling and looking new, or I've had I told people in their campers and the refrigerator and the freezer to wipe all that down with that cooler reviver, and it just brings it back. And a lot of my buddies, I got them doing them on their live wells. Drain the live well and then spray that and wipe your live well down. And I'm telling you what, it's like having a brand new boat. That stuff works really, really good. So 8:28 and some change. Let me hit a real quick break. And I don't know if Smokin' Joe Smelter is going to be on today, Andrew. You could try calling him, but I think he said he was going to be off.
All right, I'll give him a ring and hope for the best.
All right. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Let's talk about a
Just heard somebody pull up.
Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true in Osceola, Iowa. It's the story of Revelton Distilling Company.
Somebody's up and running.
Distilled whiskeys, gins, and vodkas were born from the labor of Rob and Christina Taylor. It's amazing hearing the customers' descriptions of how unique each bottle looks and how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip. From the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin, American gin, or vodka, Revelton Distilling.
I woke up at 3:30, 4 o'clock. I get here and I go on hunting time, and I couldn't go back to sleep. It was ridiculous.
Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola.
It's like, you got
They're located at
3 more hours you can sleep, knucklehead. Go to sleep.
Revelton Distillery fine spirits are also available at your local grocery and other retailers
Couldn't get
around
back.
Iowa. Please check them out online at Revelton Distillery.
It's like I get here at the lodge and it's like I'm ready to go hunting.
Time to celebrate or just time to sit back and unwind, well, then it's time for a Revelton moment.
Hey guys, Jackie Bushman here with Buckmasters. When it comes to food plot seed and deer feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered. From their food plot blends like Trophy Acre, Lazy Acre, Clover Deluxe, and the popular Dixie 6, to their attractants like Game Changer, Sweet Stuff, and Buck Robber. The best way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products, you better hope your neighbor isn't either. From small to large acreage, Backwoods Attraction has the feed and seed perfect for your hunting property. So do yourself a favor and swing by and support your local co-op or farm supply store and ask for Backwoods Attraction to set yourself up for a successful fall.
Hey everybody,
Gonna have to go see Dr. Yagi.
Quick question. Are you a hunter?
I think I broke a tooth.
There's a group that I would like to introduce you to, and that's Hunting Works for Iowa.
Lovely.
Hunting Works for Iowa is a statewide organization that is focused on not only what hunting is, but what it does for the state.
Why is it your teeth break when you get older? Huh? You figure you get older, things should get hard and teeth should get hard.
That impacts restaurants, retail stores, gas stations, convenience stores, outfitters, and guides all over the state of Iowa.
Well, I'm glad it happened now instead of end of October when I go moose hunting. I don't want to be up in Alberta with my tooth hurting.
Anti-hunting groups are working hard every year to limit your ability to hunt here. So Hunting Works for Iowa is partnering with not only hunters, but businesses all across the state to protect your rights. If you want to learn more about Hunting Works for Iowa, or if you're interested in becoming a partner, please go check out their website at huntingworksforiowa.com.
They're one of America's favorite fish to go after. Whether you call them whole papermouth or a slab, folks love to chase after the tasty crappie. And the folks at PureCrappie.com are waiting to help you limit out your next fishing trip. Whether you dip, troll, or cast for them, PureCrappie.com has the bait, tackle, and
sorry, folks.
crappie anglers will appreciate. So before you head
Didn't
to
get my
your
coffee
next
this morning.
head on over to PureCrappie.com. That's PureCrappie.com. They will help you catch more fish. That big buck has eluded you for seasons. You see his scrape line, but just can't figure him out. Have you heard of Pure Whitetail? Pure Whitetail can help you see more deer and target that buck that haunts you. Pure Whitetail has some of the best deer scents you can rely on to work scrape lines or build mock scrapes that will help you see more deer. Pure Whitetail's natural and synthetic products are developed straight off their farm. Scents like Bedded Up, Fixation, and Power Shot, to name a few. Scents are available in powder and liquid forms to last longer on hanging branches or scrapes. Try the White Lightning Extra Scent. It's a proven scent that bucks can't resist. Pure Whitetail is more than scents. It's a community of hunters that are family. Just go to purewhitetail.com and check out all the
I'm telling you, Bill.
scents, hunting gear, feed,
Big old cup of that would be rightly good right now.
be more successful in the field. Go to purewhitetail.com or look them up on Facebook. If you love to hunt, join the Pure Whitetail family today.
If you're into the outdoors,
We're talking about dudes not doing it this morning.
you want your camping setup to be easy and your stay as comfortable as possible.
Yeah, you're not pulling my tooth, Tony. Forget it.
Outdoors as problem-free as possible.
That's what I got Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi for.
Camprite employees are outdoor enthusiasts that use and design each product to make sure your adventures are ones you'll want to remember. They carry great tents like the original tent cot that started it all. This fully enclosed off-the-ground sleep shelter combines the comfort of a standard sleeping cot with the added protection of a tent. Camprite features several models of tent cot units, including single and double units. They also specialize in sleeping bags, camping tables, cooking prep units, chairs, and other fine quality outdoor products. With over 17 years of field testing all these great outdoor gear products, Camprite is the right choice to make your adventures comfortable and carefree. Check out all these Camprite products at your local Sportsman's Warehouse store or on the web at camprite.com. That's Camprite.
Sorry, folks.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Game Hide's got a big sale going on, 25% off right now, starting Monday, August 1st. If you go to GameHide.com and punch in the 25% off preseason sale, you'll get 25% off. So that starts on Monday on everything on the website. So how about that, huh? 25% off. That's a pretty good deal. Andrew, did you get Mr. Joe on, or is he off?
I did not establish communication with him.
Okay, he's off then. That's fine. If you're looking for a new car or a new car new to you, before you go anywhere else, head on over to the Rock in Ankeny Carl Chevrolet. They're your one-stop automobile shop. You can get everything from a new car to a used car. You can get new tires, and you can get some of the best oil change folks there in the old Quick Lane. It's all right there for you at the Rock at Ora Labor Road. It's Carl Chevrolet, brought to you by the fine folks called Joe Smelter. He's your number one sales guy there. Well, at least as far as Andrew and I are concerned, he's number one. Yeah. I'm not going to try and talk like a Muppet this morning. My voice ain't going to handle it. I'm starting to lose my voice already.
Well, I for one, appreciate the two different voices of Joe Smelter that we've heard from you, plus his own. So there's 3 different varieties that we have to choose from, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, we could do the old, because he really talks like, hey, dude, I got a beautiful car just pulled into the lot. I can get you some really sweet savings on that car right now if you come on down. Even get you some bodacious financing rates. Come on down and I'll take care of you, bro. Carl Chevrolet. Just ask for Smoking Joe Smelter.
Wow, that is a different version. So yeah, cool. That was probably like 70s version him or 80s version him.
Yeah, Fast Times at Carl Chevrolet High. Yeah. Yep, Smelter. He's entered Randy Munson territory for time off. That's for sure. Yep. Hey, did you see? Where were you at Wednesday? I thought you were coming by the house Wednesday.
Yeah, I got lost in a few big projects here. Again, that was about when the roofers came out, and it was a longer project than they had told us about. So
all right,
it was kind of hit and miss, back and forth, again, all over the place.
We had the most web views that we've ever had on a live radio show on Wednesday. We almost got 500 folks watching the live stream on Wednesday. I think we were at 468 people watching the Wednesday Drive on Wednesday. You missed it, man. That was a big crowd.
Oh, man, I'm already jealous here.
Yeah. We had Kurt from Working Class Bow Hunter on, and Larry McCoy got on there with Kurt and I, and yeah, that was a fast hour, man. It was good. We talked a lot of good stuff on there. So they're heading to Africa right now. Kurt and the gang going over there. There's a lot of people going to Africa. Bobby Branchcombe called me on the way to Kansas. He's trying to talk me into going over there, and it's like, I understand. I could, it's always neat to see new things, and I get it, but I could probably, a Kinsbuck or Kimsbook or however you say that, a kudu, a warthog. I could, that'd be all right, but that'd be about the only thing I'd like to shoot, and I just don't want to fly in an airplane for 20 hours to shoot each three of those things. Not on my to-do list right now. I hate riding airplanes unless I love small airplanes or helicopters. That's always a lot of fun to ride in. But yeah, those big commercial flights for 20 hours, I just couldn't handle it. You know what I mean, Andrew?
Well, I'm with you there. It just gets to a point where too much is too much, and there is a point. I'm with you there. At a certain point, I just can't. I have to get up and move. I have to do something more, and the longer it is, the worse it is for me.
Yeah, that's just too long of a plane ride for this cowboy. That just is. So, yep. So anyway, all right. I told you about the Game Hide sale. Hey, if you like to shoot archery, there's going to be a huge competition September 2nd through the 4th where you might be able to win up to $5,000 in prizes. $5,000. Oh, that's a lot of prizes. Mark over there at Archery Field and Sports is having a thing called the Ultimate Archery Competition. It's going to be a speed shoot, distance shoot. You can shoot teams. You can shoot individual. I called in and Delilah answered. Larry Mack said he called in, Andrew, and you didn't answer the phone.
Well, among the many problems, I mean, he surely can call in again, but, I'm just glad we're keeping you on the air right now.
Yeah, that's all right. I don't know. See, I always thought if we locked in on that VIP line or that VP line, then we wouldn't drop calls. Wasn't that what we were told?
Yeah, we got it. We ended up getting it working. It just took a little bit of shaking and other things to work. But, yeah, we've got the VIP line working really well now.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we're not ignoring you, Larry Mack. We're not ignoring you. So this competition, these targets Mark made, that when you shoot them, when the arrow hits them, they kind of disintegrate. They like a big. It's pretty cool. So that's going to be September 2nd through the 4th, and the Outdoor Call Radio is a proud sponsor of this event. If you want more information, just give Mark a call over at Archery Field and Sports in Altoona, and they can help you with registration and all that other fun stuff. So that's going to be happening here September 2nd and through the 4th, about 4 weeks. So not too far away. All right, 8:41 and some change. Are you needing to go to the dentist? I am. I'm starting to get a little tingle here up in my tooth right here. Dr. Yagi, if you're watching, it's this tooth right here. See that right there? I don't know if I broke a tooth but I'm starting to feel a little sensation there. That ain't good. My fine friends at Advanced Family Dentistry will take care of you. Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi. Why do I call him Obi-Wan? I call him that because he is a Jedi dentist. I am a big baby when it comes to going to the dentist, and he uses the Force to calm me down and make sure I can get in and out of there without being a big baby about it. And he will do the same for you and your family. Hey, seriously, now, if you got somebody that's apprehensive about going to the dentist, Tony Sinner's telling me he's going to pull my tooth. If you have somebody that has anxiety, which a lot of folks do, a lot of people don't like going to the dentist, I encourage you to, try the folks at Advanced Family Dentistry. I've been there several times. Andrew's been there. And, they get you in there. They're very gentle. They're very patient. And they make sure that they get the procedure done and you're as relatively pain-free as possible. Whether it's cavities, fillings, root canals, if you need a crown, they can do a crown right there while you wait. You don't have to do 2 procedures. They do it all right there at Advanced Family Dentistry. Dr. Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi, Dr. Williams, Dr. Brandt, Dr. Stewart. If you give them a call at 964-1490 or check them out online at ankenysmiles.com, you will see why they're voted Ankeny's top dentist or dental facility every year. And that's because they're just good people. And when you leave, you should be hearing them say, "May the floss be with you."
The floss will be with you always.
Not even going to say anything because I'm in Kansas right now. But anyway, go check them out, Advanced Family Dentistry. I promise you'll be glad you did. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Hey, have you heard the news about the great new products from Pine
Larry is ready for you.
Okay.
The video camera support system, the Probo Cam, and the AT5 trail camera have done it again. Introducing the new Pine Ridge Archery line of 250 archery accessories that you will want to get on your bow. This new line includes stabilizers,
He called back, huh?
kisser buttons, and the new wrist sling. The wrist sling is totally set-free and is available in different colors. So this will allow you to tune it to your specific grip. So your hand goes right in the
man, I wish he was here with me. Pretty out here.
Getting ready to shoot your game. These new Nitro products will have you shooting tighter groups with consistency before you know it.
The soybeans and the Milo are really tall out here.
So you can customize your bow for your favorite college teams like never before. Did I mention all of these products are made in the USA at Pine Ridge Archery's factory in Illinois? That's right, made in the USA of quality materials that will hold up in any weather conditions for die-hard bow hunters like you and me. Check out all these great new products at Sportsman's Warehouse or anytime at PineRidgeArchery.com. So it's time to refill.
You want to see something pretty cool? I'll show you something pretty cool. So when you get a deer here, see that board up there with the Triple H and the arrow sticking out of it? That's called the Booner board. So if you shoot a Booner, you get to shoot an arrow on that board. The other board, see that one right there? That's if you shoot a Pope and Young deer. So if you shoot a 125 or better, you get to throw an arrow, shoot an arrow into that board. Yeah. Isn't that cool? They always do some really neat stuff for the people that come out here. It's kind of like, everybody. I know I was happy when I got to shoot in there several times. I want to get in the other board, the Booner board. I had my chance last year and I blew it. That deer, man, just whirled out of my shot. Just turn. I'm just glad he's okay. I'm just glad he made it. I'm glad he didn't get an infection and go down. So.
Bow hunting or archery is your passion,
If you,
get to Archery
you know,
Field and Sports in El
if it
Cajon.
has to happen like that, at least you want the animal to be okay.
Helping archers and bow hunters for
He turned and my arrow just
They have
grazed
the
him.
experience to help you with your purchase and help you reach
Not
your
good.
goals. Archery Field and Sports carries archery gear from
That haunts me. I still see that in my head when I'm sleeping. I'll be sitting there in the stand and that buck will come in and get the shot I want, and nice quarter and away shot, and watch that deer turn. I wake up crying. It haunts me. That's going to haunt me the rest of my life. That was almost a 190-inch deer. Probably never can see him again. I blew it, Tony. I did. It happens. Womp, womp, womp.
For more information, archeryfield.com or call 515-265-6500.
Hello, this is Dave from JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. We are a full-service gun shop that specializes in helping you find the right firearm.
Well, the show's going quick today.
And use firearms for all shooting disciplines, from self-defense to shooting enthusiasts, as well as folks who like to hunt. We have recently expanded our store to better serve your needs. We still accept trades on all types of guns. We'll also look at any firearms you might wish to sell or put on consignment. JLM Shooter Supply carries firearms to meet any budget, and we can even special order items for those who like to add higher-end guns to their collection. JLM also has a full-time gunsmith that can help with all your gun repair needs. So from ammo,
I'm getting deer pictures.
gun cleaning kits, holsters, and sights, we handle it all at JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. Please stop by and see us at 6931 Douglas Avenue in Urbandale, or call us at 515.
Getting a little better.
1577. That's 515.
Getting a little better. I like seeing that.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio. Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. I'm sorry, I was checking deer pictures, showing everybody on Facebook Live. My cameras just went off. Got a little better buck on there. I'm starting to get excited. All right, well, I think we got a special guest on the line, Mr. Larry McCoy. What are you doing, Mac?
What is going on?
You know, I'm in heaven right now, man. I'm sitting here in the lodge. I'm the only one here. It's nice, 70 degrees temperature inside. It's quiet, you know. Just.
Yeah, well, yeah, you have to be. You're out there at Triple H.
I know. I know. I mean,
Find places you can be.
how many times do you get to come out here and have the place to yourself?
Right.
Yeah.
That's I'm a little jealous, to say the least.
Yeah, you're just jealous because I had Connie's fried chicken last night.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
That too. After I talked to you and you mentioned that, I thought about that all the way home from the farm. Yesterday was a day of flipping dirt and getting some food plots ready and just some fall prep.
Yeah, but you got to see a monster buck. You should be tickled pink.
Yeah, it was. I did. And luckily, didn't spook at all. But he was a really good one there. Right in the middle of just, as long as I stayed on the machine, I was just flipping dirt, and I just saw him working down the bottom, just by himself. And I think I recognized the deer, but I don't know. All I know is he was big.
Yeah.
Capital P, capital I, capital G.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I tell you what, Hilly and I got to go drive around. I called Larry last night, and I already told him this, but man, I know we saw 5 good shooters last night, and I mean it's the 1st of August. I mean, they got a little bit of growing yet to do, and there was 2 or 3 of them, Larry. They were just huge, man.
Yeah, that's like I said, out there, it's a paradise. It's a whitetail and turkey hunting paradise. There's no doubt, and also it's just cool to be able to ride those roads out there. Also, see the different different landscape and such. Because right now, the deer are pretty visible out there because the Milo, is not up super tall and all that yet.
Hey, they got 5 or 6 places with soybeans this year. I told Hilly last night when we were driving around, I don't remember seeing as soybeans like that. It's usually the winter wheat or milo. Do you remember seeing soybeans out here?
You see some, yeah, usually over to the east more, but yeah, outside of that, it's usually milo and standard corn.
Yeah.
But right now, like I said, right now, a lot of that stuff is pretty, not tall yet, especially a lot of the milo, because once that gets tall enough, as well as I do out there, that you're utilize that for cover. That's one reason why I planted it in Missouri, too, on the farm down here. I planted some strips of milo as a barrier plot, too, and not strips. I say it's probably, 25 to 35 yards wide by about 300 yards long. It's coming in good and thick as well, and that border's right there, one of the other food plots that I have some of the backwoods traction. But yeah, so and everything's looked pretty good. I was a little bit surprised with as dry as it was, and then we got a little bit of rain, but man, that I've been impressed with the backwoods traction, but that's the telltale sign when they can withstand all of that dry and 100-degree weather.
Yeah.
It was hot.
Yeah. Well, chicory, and when you get into that drought, that where it's you want something that's going to be a little more hardy, like chicory and some of the other stuff they have in their blends, that tends to do well, especially if it's going to be a little drier. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, some of those, a lot of that does for sure. It does help your clover plots as well. But one thing I learned too, talking to Blair Goins and some of the guys at Backwoods Traction, for first year plots and dry areas like that too, he was saying, mix that first year, mix some wheat and into a plot if you're trying to condition that soil. Some wheat, or I forgot what kind of rye, but it dies out pretty quick too with the wheat. But what it does is that next year when you overseed or whatever you try to turn into bringing a plot, all of that wheat's going to be done and dyed out brown and everything. So whenever you go run over and plant it, you can just knock it over, and it's going to act as a mulch for you and keep the ground nice and cool, so you get a good germination rate.
Yeah. Well, it's
back in the dirt. So that's what I did on a couple new plots. I got that stuff in the ground early, and I also planted, some of the some turnips and radishes in. Usually I don't plant them those this early, but I did for these particular little plots because I just wanted to get the dirt right. The dirt wasn't very sound, and it was obviously it's getting late, so I was going to do a soil sample and do all that, but I did not seem to planting that, and I mixed some of that wheat and some oats in there with it too, so it'll grow up tall, and then with them turnips, hopefully they do get big, and it's just going to be nothing to help the soil for the future years.
Yeah, you said that shield, that Sudan and Egyptian grass has come up really good too for a barrier, right?
All the shields come up really good too. It's right now it's about it's probably anywhere 5.5 to 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
With quite a bit of growing time left. So yeah, it's doing well. And then, like I said, the wild game sorghum, which is pretty much milo, I planted that for the turkeys and for the turkeys, and also as a barrier and for some cover for deer late season. But and it's going well. It grows pretty slow, but it's pretty drought tolerant as well.
Yeah.
And but it's doing well.
I told everybody about that turkey picture I finally got to look at last night. I couldn't believe the rope on that turkey you sent me.
I couldn't either. It was when I was going through the camera, I was like, whoa. It's got a big old long broom of a beard on him, and I don't know where he came from or what, but he's been in a big river plot and quite a bit here this last month.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know if I told you this last night because we were talking about the bucks, but Hilly and I saw 2 or 3 different groups of turkeys with a bunch of poults over by Bullfoot and Hurricanes. So that made me feel really good.
Yep, that's always good to see for sure. It was, because to be honest, I haven't seen a whole lot of turkeys with poults. And the ones I did, I thought I had pictures of. It's hard to tell because I might get pictures of any younger birds right now. So I don't know if coyotes or owls or hawks or whatever end up getting them. But yeah, it's definitely not that way. Well, I'm at least that I know of.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw probably 9 to a dozen last night, so that over on the front side of Bullfoot, so that was good. So, all right. Hey, I got to run, Larry Mack. I got to run. We're almost out of time. Tell everybody where they can see Respect the Game TV.
Yeah, they can Respect Game TV, Sportsman's Channel, Pursuit Channel now, Waypoint TV, Hunt Channel, any of our social media platforms. Like I've always said, any questions whatsoever, it doesn't matter what it's about. If it's about hunting, fishing, it's about food plotting, whatever. Feel free to ask us. We'll do what we can to help anybody out.
There you go. All right, Larry Mack. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, we'll see you.
There he goes, Larry Mack. Andrew, thanks for doing a good job on the controls this morning.
I appreciate it. It was a little different, but we made it work.
Yeah, we got through it, so that's a good thing. Hey, Larry, Ryan, and I will be out in Mills Civic Parkway on Wednesday. Speed's going to have the Cookies Rib Wagon at the Mills Civic Parkway Hy-Vee on Wednesday. So we'll be out there about, you'll probably see us about there 3:30, 4 o'clock. And then I think they're going to start serving then. So if you get a chance, come out and say hi, grab some ribs, and visit with us for a little bit. Other than that, we'll be back next week, God willing. If you need to get a hold of me, just go to theoutdoorcallradio.com. That's the website. My email's right there. And don't forget to check out the radio app, the Outdoor Call Radio app. We got that screenshot contest going. If you take a screenshot of you watching the app and just email that to me, I'll put you in the drawing for that big contest. So there you go. Andrew, we got to get out of here, don't we?
Yeah, we sure do.
All right. We'll see you next week, everybody. God bless you, and be good to one another. We're all in it together. See you next week. All right, everybody, that's going to wrap it up. I appreciate you keeping me company for 2 hours. If you need anything, hit me up here on Facebook. I promise you I'll get back to you. Other than that, we will talk with you on Wednesday, on the Wednesday drive, and take care of each other, okay? We're all in it together. See you, everybody.